like that. Have a listen to that little flick into her upper register.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan. Today we are looking at, once again, the beautiful, the wonderful voice of Lucy Thomas. And it was requested that I look at this particular song after I looked at the first song from this concert. And so now we're going, this is the 16th song in the concert towards the end of the show. And this is her singing We Can Change the World from a musical called Rosie, which is premiering in 2025. I'm recording this in November 2024. So by the time you watch this, it will be 2025. And so Rosie is premiering this year, which is weird for me to say. But I think it's been written, this song has been written especially for Lucy, because she is playing the lead role, the lead character of Rosie. And anywho, this is a beautiful song. You can really hear just how well fitted the song is to her voice. Like it really sits in her sweet spot. And that's a really positive thing, because she is 16 songs in to this concert, and yet the voice really doesn't miss a beat. Let's dive in. Let's have a listen to, what is a lovely classic sound. I really enjoy the tone of Lucy's voice. I know you will too. Let's have a listen.
So for my finale, I couldn't think of a more perfect song.
Well, there you go.
With a more
It's the
perfect
finale.
meaning. This is We Can Change the World from the musical Rosie.
My heart is filled with joy. I sense a new beginning, a chance to build a brighter future, to move beyond all that we once were. The road ahead is long.
You can see, and in fact, one of the comments I made in the review of the song that she sings first in this concert is how nervous she was, and it was really quite apparent in that video. The lovely thing to see, and I'm sure the people who, were motivating me, let's use that word, encouraging me to watch this particular performance, is it shows how beautifully she's settled into the performance and onto stage. There is no sense of her being nervous now. And that is quite typical of any performer. We settle into a performance, and often the first 2 or 3 songs can be a bit nervy, a bit jumpy, because we've got that pent up, adrenaline. It just comes back to the more seasoned performers don't really show that to the audience. In this particular instance, and you can go back and have a look at that particular performance yourself, you could see the nerves. That's okay. We all have to go through that process. We have no sense of nerves now. She's very settled. And I just want to really acknowledge that she's already done, this is the 16th song in a run where she's done two duets with her sister, and the rest of it's been with her. Right now she's singing to track, but she's also done some performances with piano. The point I'm getting at is she's already carried quite a large load, and yet the voice is really still very stable. There is no sense of any retained sense of fluid in the vocal folds. So what happens is when the voice starts to fatigue, the voice will start to retain fluid, and we almost get a breathy, sort of raspy edge to it, and that sort of is evidence of fatigue. We don't hear that, and particularly we don't hear it because the voice is still able to get down nice and low with relatively clean adduction. And so have a listen to that. It's a real credit to her.
And many stand against us, but with the strength to find our own way, then step by step and day by day, I believe we can change the world. Leave all our doubts and fears behind us and be who we were born to be.
I like that. Have a listen to that little flick into her upper register. This song being, pretty, it's contemporary music theatre, but it's not as if it's pop theatre, but it's quite contemporary in its modelling in the, the vocal presentation. You can, as a result, the body of the voice is maintained and we hear this really clean sound, but she has this lovely flick there and up into and it's just a little highlight that, just breaks it up and creates interest. I'm going to take it back so we can have a listen to that again.
Behind us and be who we were born to be. If all you dare to dream beside us, perhaps it sounds naive. Perhaps I'm just a dreamer.
Lovely low notes.
There is light beyond the darkness. We now have hope, and that is why I believe we can change the world.
I love her placement there. You can almost see the placement in the way her head is positioned. She's kind of keeping her placement right there. And it's good singing. It's good singing.
We now have hope, and that is why I believe we can change the world. Break down the walls that now divide us, and be who we were born to be. With all who dare to dream beside us, we can't look back to yesterday when prejudice and hate stood in our way. We have to build a better world where all can see they can be free, where love is love and that's enough. This is our time, and that's why I believe we can change the world. Leave all our doubts and fears behind.
I love the way she's sort of really lowered her body alignment there and allowed the body to take that bigger note. I am going to make a controversial statement because some of you are going to vehemently disagree with me, and that's okay. I think, at this performance, well, currently I think she's 22. She is still very young. She is not just young as a performer, she is young as a human being. And I can, that for me shows in her performance. I don't feel a tremendous sense of connection to Lucy's performance. I love her voice. I love her tone. But I think there is some things that that are yet to be experienced for Lucy as a human being in life that will enrich her ability to connect with her audience. I understand that she's been doing some acting coaching, in preparation for Rosie, and I dare say that will be helping her tremendously to connect, because whilst we do get quite a bit of movement that suggests connection, I'm not yet entirely captivated. And I'm not saying, because I know some of you are going to be already throwing something at your screen, I'm not saying she won't develop that. I believe she can, because she's so young. And it will be that development that will really supercharge her performance career. And more performance experience. And so those things combined, I think, in time will really support her development as a performer. The voice is all there. The voice is there. Now we want her to develop that sense of performance as well.
Leave all the doubts and fears behind us, and be who we were born to be. The dreams we dare to dream will guide us. Yes, I believe we can change the world. Break down the walls that now divide us, and be who we were born to be. With all who dare to dream beside us, we can change the world.
She only just held on to that last note. But still, that's a small thing.
Thank you.
Really a beautiful performance and a beautiful voice. And I think I said this in previous reviews of her sound and of her singing. I am really excited and interested to see where she goes with it, because the voice is there, and now as she gathers experience performance-wise, life-wise, I think it could be exciting to see where her career takes her. Leave your comments below. And again, I know there will be those of you who, respectfully disagree with me, and that's okay. I look forward to reading your comments, as I do every time I list a new video. I love reading your comments. If you're new here and you enjoy this kind of analysis, please subscribe, become a member of the channel, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.